Buddhism and the simulation theory. Has Jack lost his fecking mind? What's he talking about? He's gone full on wacko.
Wacko, wacko, wacko.
Bear with me, because I'm about to tell you why the Buddha, that big fat happy motherfucker, reckons that there is a way out of the Matrix. I'm about to tell you, lucky people, what the Buddhists knew about the simulation theory. Buddhism has some funny little clues in it that point to this, the world, being a simulation. As I talk about on my channel, ad infra bloody natum. Because there's still people out there that need waking up. Oh, you thought I should look like Morpheus? No way, I'm walking around in a long black leather coat, I'll get beaten up. To quote Buddhism, they said this. Cue the voiceover. All phenomena are like reflections appearing in a very clear mirror, devoid of inherent existence. Which sounds to me like they just described a video game. Don't it? Like a video game, because that is merely 2D images made to look 3D and moving. Mirroring our reality, but devoid of inherent existence. They don't really exist. See? Buddhists call the world Maya, which translated means illusion. I got caught masturbating to an optical illusion. I said it's not what it looks like. Buddha, literally translated, means awake. So Buddhism is really awakeism, which is surprising because monks always seem to have their eyes closed. According to Buddhism, we are actually playing through multiple lives. Just like a video game like Mario, where you get to live multiple lives. And reincarnation is literally you respawning back into this world. It's like when the Buddha walked up to a hot dog stand and said, "Make me one with everything." Really fat fucker. You gain experiences or XP points from each lifetime that you play as. So when I say you, I mean the real you. The soul or the spirit of the player. Not the human you. When we enter or spawn into this world, we cross a river of forgetfulness, as they call it in Buddhism. Someone said how forgetful I was the other day. Can't remember who. Perhaps that's why we can't explain our tendency to like certain things, or have a natural ability to do certain things. They could come from our previous lives. So if human beings go through reincarnation, does that mean shoes go for a reboot? I mean, I could be talking out my absolute arse on this one, because I'm about as educated on Buddhism as the Buddha himself is on how to rent a property. As you all know, when the landlord tried to evict him, the Buddha sat there and went, "Nah, must stay." Even more disturbing is the ultimate goal of Buddhism, Nirvana. Yeah, they pinched the name from that 90s grunge band. Nirvana is like the holy fucking grail to anyone that wears an orange robe. I'm pretty sure you don't achieve Nirvana by blowing your brains out though, that's for sure. I do know that. According to Google, for Buddhists, since the first precept is to refrain from the destruction of all life, including one's self, suicide then is seen as a negative act. If someone commits suicide in anger, he may be reborn in a sorrowful realm due to negative final thoughts. I like to think of Kurt Cobain as the Michelangelo of rock, although both of them had very different approaches to painting ceilings. Oh, shut up, he doesn't care, does he? He's dead. Can't be offended if you're dead, unless he's a ghost. He might haunt me. Mind you, I'm not worried, because he'd be a blind, deaf and mute ghost, wouldn't he? Apparently, you achieve Nirvana by avoiding the 3 poisons: greed, aversion, and ignorance. Well, that's me fucked then. Once you accomplish that, you are rewarded by being free of constant cycle and rebirth, where you live and die in a series of lives that act as a teaching experience. Achieving Nirvana leads to Parinirvana, or the final Nirvana, which is an afterlife for souls that have been freed from the constant cycle of rebirth into this world. Basically, what goes on here is just like a heaven type place, where you're basically just like a god type being and can have whatever you want. Oh yeah! Before you get excited, this is the same as most religions. Sorry. Using the old carrot and stick method of do good, be rewarded, do bad, get whacked with a stick, and get forced to live another life in this imperfect world. Probably as something awful, like James Corden's wife. Worryingly, the entire concept of trying to attain Nirvana is very quest-like, a feature reminiscent of any computer game you've played. Even comes with the aforementioned respawn feature that you can play over and over again until you succeed at some quest that you're not told anything bloody about. That's why I think it's bollocks. How can you play a video game when you have no idea what the rules are? How unfair is that? You can't go, right, off you go into the game, go on. You play it, bewildered, trying to figure out what the bloody hell you're supposed to be doing. Then afterwards you come out and they go, oh, you didn't play it right. Off you go again. Have another go. Makes no sense. Nirvana is what they term as an end to reincarnating on Earth, which I admit is an alluring prospect. That just comes from the human part of me, innit? The bloody knackered, shagged out, curious, endlessly surprised and approaching middle-aged human me. Perhaps the soul that inhabits this meat body in all its sexiness does want to keep coming back because it gets to live in an exciting part of human history. That's where the problem arises, where religion meets reality. Because throughout the majority of the time humans have believed in a god or religion, we've managed to kill, slain, rape, pillage, murder and enslave more people in the name of God than anything else. For Christ's sake. It's not just religion, it's also what I call the New Age religion. I used to be into all that hippie woo-woo, positive thinking, law of attraction, think yourself rich, the secret, reiki, hot stone, flip-flops and hairy legs, hemp clothes and hippie motherfucking shite. When I was young, dumb and more naive than trusting a bear to look after my beehives. You see, this New Age shit says basically the same things, just in a different way, and sat around a bunch of inanimate fucking coloured rocks. I think it's more than just giving people the truth and knowledge about how and why we're here in the world. It's about control. Keeping you in control so you don't do anything bad. Because you can't be trusted, can ya? You're only a thick little human pleb, aren't you? So if you're bad, you go to hell, or you get bad karma, or whatever version you believe in. And it works, even today, because fear bypasses the logical side of your brain, can't remember what side, and goes straight into the bit responsible for self-preservation. That's why it works. It trips the fear part of your brain. It's like a cheat code to socially engineering the human being to be good and do what you're told. I mean, come on, if priests really believed in hell, they wouldn't go around touching kiddies, would they? Whereas, I think this is simply a way, before law and order and police, to get people to police themselves. You see, good and bad are human choices, and this is a human game. When you play in GTA, you can run someone over, but you don't feel bad, do you? Not an ounce, because you know that it's just a game. But, big but! Oh, couldn't do that in Buddhism, because they don't have sex or anything like that. They've given it all up. Until you see a big pair of lovely boobies and suddenly you start questioning everything you believe in. Enlightenment ain't got nothing on the lovely pair of breasticles. These monks are funny though. Seems a little odd to me that you would just, I don't know, check out of this life and just basically go to sleep. Well, nothing can hurt me if I just sit and meditate for 100 years. Buddhism is about avoiding suffering, which is great. I like that. But the problem is, they don't do anything. Their method of dealing with suffering is just to do nothing. If I don't go anywhere, I can't possibly suffer. Also, if one of the core principles of achieving nirvana is avoiding greed, then please explain to me why the Buddha is a big fat motherfucker. And you know the daft thing is, we hold them in a kind of reverence, don't we? Buddhists are held up with this mystical allure of magical wizardry in the West. And yet, you know, they're still like us. They have 3 good meals and 1 good shit a day, and they like boobies. Anyway, Buddhists aren't that enlightened. Look at this.
Whack him! Go on, punch his face in! Use your Jedi mind powers on him.
Listen, I don't want you lot all going off joining some Buddhist convent. Firstly, because that means you won't be able to watch my videos. And secondly, because I think they're wrong. Who the hell do you think you are saying the Buddha's wrong? That's the thing, you can insult Buddhists all you like. They ain't gonna do anything. The overarching answer is this. The simulation hypothesis states that reality is an illusion, and so does Buddhism. But is Buddhism the answer? Does it give us a way out of the matrix? What do you think? Tell me by text in the comments, and watch this video next that will tell you why life is an MMORPG.